Hey, welcome back, welcome in. For those that are new, highly suggest you check out the intro video. That's some, I don't know, however many videos ago I posted. If you are returning, thanks, man. Thanks for coming back. Real quick. Definitely check out astrology right now. I'm about to go through some astrology. If you don't want to hear it, go down into the description box and click on the timestamp that you are interested in most. So there's, there's going to be astrology, there's going to be the oracle, and there's going to be tarot. I've already shuffled the tarot, so I'm going to try not to spend too much time because I have to do a little talking in order to go through this. That being said, starting now, I did some word meditation this time. It's been a few readings since I've done that, I think, or at least two. So if these words and or anything about these words that came to me mean anything to you, then I would suggest sticking around because it usually means that there's a message that you need to hear. It's kind of like when you get a universe wink or something like that. Say it how you want to. Anyways, the words that came to me during the word meditation that I did, and yes, I had to Google something at the end, but fanatics, Salma Hayek, Ferucian, or Ferucian, that's what I had to Google, so we'll come back to that. Ferucian, all right. Venusian, that one's like, it was definitely Venus, planetary, specific. Samples, Malamute, Alaskan Malamute. Which then this took me to reference of Aleutians, the Aleutian Islands, volcanoes, inhabitants. So this last part, I feel I'm not going to get into anything political. If you're watching anything political, if you know any historic political landscapes, then you might be able to. And the last just a few years ago or a couple years ago, this area on the planet was mentioned. This is worth paying attention to. And I'm saying I'm not getting into anything political, not because this is political for me, but because I honestly don't know the answers. I just have this feeling. It may not be political. It could absolutely be something to do with the environment. And I'm saying that because I feel like just pay attention. Aleutian Islands. Okay. Now, Ferucian, or Ferucian, there's two ways to pronounce it. This is what I was like in my mind. What the hell is this word? So I looked it up. It's an extinct fox-like dog, or fox dog, candid, that lived 4.9 to 2.6 million years ago. I have no idea why this is significant or who that would be for in what context, but perhaps you have a dog that looks like a fox. I don't know. Perhaps there's some bones about to be uncovered again. I don't know. I think it was native it's extinct. Okay. But I think when it was alive, it was native to the North American, I think it was just North American. I don't think it was the Americas. I think it's North American. But anyway, so that's the word vomit meditation. Astrology. 6-planet lineup is this weekend. For whatever reason, creme de la creme is what came to my mind. So if you have some things going on and they're in the positive realm for you, I think this is going to give a nice little boost to those things going on, okay? The planets will be more of a visual. They're not necessarily significant. It's not like it's 6 planets lined up in one sign or anything like that. There is some overlap, though. So this would be kind of more of a visual, look, all the planets right there. Because 4 out of the 6, I think, are going to be visible with the naked eye. And then I believe binoculars will do you 1 plenty for the other two. But this lineup, because they are lined up, they're going to empower each other. And how they're going to empower each other is very different. So I'm going to do a fast, high-level deep dive because I don't want to talk too long tonight. I need to get into this reading. The 6-planet lineup, or 6-planet parade, however you want to say it: Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Oh, shit. Sorry. Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Mercury. Oh, by the way, my nails are crap. I just saw that. They've been chipping. Like, I don't know. It's fine. Mercury is all about, Mercury in Pisces, all about intuitive introspection. Mercury retrograde in Pisces, intuitive introspection, and most likely some miscommunication. So be careful. And that's not like, oh my God, you're going to screw up everything. No, it's just like, be more careful. That's it. It doesn't have to be the end of the world communications. Venus, love, relationships, romantic, empathetic, sacrificing. That's the shadow side. So it could deepen connections, or you might have this tendency to suddenly look at things more idealistically. Jupiter, expansion and luck. So it's going to be boosting these things with Mercury and Venus in both ways, always. Intuition, compassion. There's going to be spiritual shifts, goal setting, and action towards those goals. Look where it's sitting for your placement in your personal chart, and that's where you'll see what it actually is going to amplify the most, and how it's then going to impact these other planets in this lineup for all of that. And you can actually do that for all these planets. You can get as deep as you want to in a chart, I promise. Saturn, discipline, structure, and planning in Aries. This is going to be magnified. So however it's impacting you in Aries and it just started. That's going to be magnified by Jupiter, because Jupiter is sitting so close to it. It's in this lineup, but with Uranus's kind of in capping, because it will be like this, if Saturn's here, you've got Jupiter and Uranus, right? Uranus's change and innovation, and and it's in Taurus. It's going to disrupt traditional ways of doing things. So definitely things regarding specifically old structures can be as tangible as you want to make that, or it can be old structures of systems on the personal level, your personal relationships, your family, on the global level, systems. Again, I don't want to get into any of that other stuff, but definitely things regarding old structures, most likely it's going to look like, with this amplification of power for all these planets, it's going to look like most likely like unexpected change, but the unexpected change brings on new beginnings. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't like the way this light is shining. And then you got Uranus by itself, where it's sitting. It's like the catalyst for change. And that's how it's going to be impacting this lineup, and where everything is sitting, planetary speaking, in all the houses and stuff. This is why I'm not an astrologer. Neptune, spiritual warrior, courage, fostering widespread shifts in beliefs, especially. It's spiritual warrior mode right now, because it too is in Aries. I've talked a lot about this. It's big stuff. How this looks like with the lineup is that it may manifest overall into like new ways of doing things, especially worldwide. So people joining forces, that's high level, something to see. I feel like globally we see something happen as a total, and it forces this kind of shakeup in this, what I saw strongly were like people joining hands, but in a way of solidarity and peace, not in a way of disruption and pain. And there is a difference. And it's hard to even consider that, I think, but you're not going to have much of a choice. This is going to be a hit, and a spiritual hit, an energetic shift, and we'll see what happens. So individually, there's what we're looking at overall with this planetary lineup. There's a new creative spiritual flow, I think, where it can create fog normally, especially with Neptune, where it was in Pisces. Neptune overall, because of its spiritual heaviness. Because it's in Aries, there's this, and it's getting boosted by the parade. It's going to either mistake an illusion, or it can cause, I should say. It's either going to cause a mistake for illusion to be the truth, or everything that has been swept away by moving into Aries and this kind of like lifting of the fog is going to be heightened even more. So whatever your feelings are on that spiritual plane, okay? But either way, you got to stay grounded. And what do we mean by that? Focus on the practical and everyday matters. Practice the presence. Practice the presence. I think we're going to see a temperance card in here somewhere. I think we're also going to see the Wheel of Fortune. The Chariot, maybe. Yeah, it just depends on what message comes out. But maintaining clear and transparent communication at this time is paramount, whether you want to or not. Over communicate. That is the key. Over communicate and stay in truth. Not feelings. Stay in truth. Sometimes the truth can be nested in feelings. Sometimes the feelings can be nested in truth. But if you're staying in the truth, that'll be easier. Do so from heart center. And that is how you avoid, at best, the miscommunications that are possible right now. Okay. Lunar eclipse also coming up on the 3rd, next week, just a few days. It's in Virgo, I think. It is. Yes. And it's a blood moon. So this is like full moon, total lunar eclipse on steroids. Releasing and revelations and perfectionism and self-criticism, order, letting go of all of that. The old ways of order, especially. Again, on par with this planetary lineup that's about to take place. And so overall, it sounds like, again, high level. With Uranus, it's shake up, deep spiritual feelings. We're looking at potential for codependent pairings, codependent relationships if you're not already in one, and or if you're not already in a relationship. If you're in a relationship and it's solid and or it's moving towards more solid foundations, you could find that you're more codependent right now. Codependent, by the way, is not necessarily a bad thing, so don't think like that. Or right now, spiritual level cleansings. So, and that's between relationships as well. Maybe especially, actually, spiritual cleansings at the spiritual level, clearings. So you're kind of looking at growth or upheaval. That's really what this period is about to bring. So I've shuffled everything. We're going to get into it. Let's do the Oracle. Hello. Just for a moment, joy. I think this came out the other day. Can you see it? The lighting is not working today. Just for a moment, joy. And this card is actually all about the Oracle's message, but I'm going to read to you these last 2 sentences. Actually 3. If you are in the midst of darkness, of deep suffering, can you find even for just a moment the joy of the existence underneath it? It is a wild ride, this life. Every time you open your arms in yes, the universe responds in kind. This oracle brings you a message in this moment. Trust that there is joy waiting to be felt and found. No matter how hard that may be to believe right now, let go of your attachment to the apparent problems at hand as much as you can, and you will be allowing yourself to let the divine take over and sort out what needs to happen here. There is help waiting for your invitation. Whoa, let's try that again. There is help awaiting your invitation always. Why not let it in and let joy in too? You are being offered divine support to live a less guarded existence, to dissemble yourself a little or a lot and let your true nature, which is joy, bubble to the surface without rhyme or reason other than just because it lives. I think this is perfect for that lunar eclipse that's about to take place. Sounds very much like letting go of the Virgilian ways of doing things. Just for a moment, joy. Let it be, let it be. Heard that. We're going to do the Grand Lux, Tarot Grand Lux as the base. Yes, yes. Okay, Spirit, Universe, what messages do you have for the... Hello. Said something about relationships. There's an Ace of Cups, a new beginning. I think you're looking for a new beginning. It's a nervous energy here. Whoa, that's a lot. It's a nervous energy here. Love. Wow. Let's take it down just a notch, Spirit. That might be why I'm so amped up. All right. Then you have the Four of Cups. Ace of Cups to the Four of Cups. I didn't think this would be a love reading with everything that came to mind. You're praying for it. I mean, this is like about as on the nose as you can get. You're looking for it to be handed to you. Something tells me that you have to do a little more than just look for it to be handed to you. But because there's the ace that starts this, it's here. You're even a little surprised, perhaps, and I think that's what makes you nervous. It's here. This new beginning, this new opportunity in love, or something that brings your heart peace. And you're not sure if you can trust it. And there's the Queen of Swords. This is a very different feeling for you. This is... You're being asked to let go just for a moment, joy. You're not used to this feeling. You're trying to decipher whether you can trust it. Ten of Swords to the Hierophant. It's been a painful, painful journey. A painful, painful journey. How do you trust something when the pain is all you felt? Something that ended perhaps a long time ago. The Empress. Very protective nature here. Very protective nature. Something about the birds. You've got the Peacock and the Queen of Swords. Can you see it? And while there's a lot of other animals here, it's the birds that drew my attention this time. Something about the birds. Something about the birds. Confirmations. I mean, I get confirmations through birds. There's also a fox family there, which is funny, given the Ferucians that came to my mind earlier. Whoa. Page of Pentacles to the Seven of Cups. Definitely something here about nature. You have a lot of opportunity here. You're not sure. I mean, that's really what I just keep hearing. You're not sure. You're not sure. But then, well, somebody's going to be short. You've got the Empress and the Emperor. This is a divine match here, divine counterparts. The King of Kings and Queen of Queens. Contracts, negotiations. Six of Wands is what flew out by itself. We're going to see. And then we have the Seven of Coins and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so something is definitely about timing. Trying to time things just right. Contracts and negotiations. This could be relationship matters. This could be government. The devil's in the details. Contracts and negotiations. Okay. Let's get this straight, Spirit. Let's get this straight. You're trying to tell someone something specific. I want as specific as we can get here. Knight of Coins. Slow and steady. Don't skimp over the details. The devil's in the details. So right now, over communication. What did I say? Okay, so over communication. So you need to over communicate so that way things don't get lost in the sauce. I can't believe this and that. It's fine. But it's easy to do. Okay? For things to get lost in the sauce. So, whoever you are, there's a new opportunity here. It is definitely something to do with love. I mean, there's a lot of cups. There's there's the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Somebody is quite literally questioning whether it's too good to be true. They've known nothing but pain. Perhaps an ending there's perhaps an ending here that took place. I feel like it was a long time ago, but it could be current to a marriage or a significant commitment. It could be something to do with church. It could be something to do with church as in religion. Sorry, church and state are heavy in my mind right now. Church and state, church and state. And it's been coming up actually for me this past week. So, but something to do with religion, marriage, yes, government, but it's divinely ordained to end this. To end this brings on the new opportunity. This Ace of Cups to the Page of Pentacles. It is a tangible in the 3D opportunity. And this Seven of Cups is not like, oh, let me decide which one to take. This is like, you're just 2 more cups away from your 9, from all your wishes coming true. This is the journey, the bridge. The bridge from the past to the future is what I heard. Perhaps for the Emperor, perhaps for the Empress and the Emperor, and then you have the Nine of Coins, slow and steady. But that devil came out, and I'm not going to ignore it because the devil is in the details. And there's something here with contracts, negotiation. The devil's in the details. If you're going through a divorce, you need to make sure that you speak clearly and you speak from a place of logic and not emotion. That is key, especially right now. It doesn't have to be an actual legal marriage. It can be a long-term relationship. If you share things, if you whatever, pick nouns. If you share things, you need to make sure that you are doing, and you don't have to make sure of anything, do whatever you want. But the advice is do so from a place of logic, not emotion. You have the Page of Wands here too. So this Knight of Pentacles to the Page of Wands to the Two of Wands. This is how you go down the path. Forward on your path. This is how, there is a choice here. Yes, there's definitely a choice here, but and it's too good to be true. Worried about it being too easy? No, that's not, don't let that be your worry. And then the Knight of Wands, and that's how you graduate. I mean, it's that simple, I think. There's the Moon, I'm going to take that one. I think this lunar eclipse that is going to be eclipsing some things is actually going to be, that release is going to be what spurs you into action. You're hesitant, but you're going. You're moving forward. That, and the advice is to do that, to continue moving forward to this path. This is how you graduate, okay? Devil's in the details. This is how you graduate. Yes, there's judgment. Continue forward. You've got this. Continue forward. Wow. Lovers, see? Judgment to lovers. It's not too good to be true. You're being called out of the darkness, actually. And I think this moon is going to highlight that. And there's your Queen of Cups. I'm not taking it. It was on the bottom this time. But your Queen of Swords to the Queen of Cups, Empress in between. This is how you graduate. Hello. 5 of Coins. It's a very different. You can miss it if you're not careful. Okay. But that 1 coin is getting ready to land in the hand. Land in the hand. The 4 on the window. They're shining. They're highlighting. It's yours for the taking. It's up to you if you miss it or not. I mean, you don't have to. And I don't think you will. Like I said, I feel like you're going through, but you need to trust in that. You need to trust in that action. Yes. You need to trust in that action. 3 of Wands. The ship is either here for you or you're watching it sail away. That's that 5 of Coins to the 3 of Wands. I don't think you're watching it, though. I mean, I see the Judgment and I see the Lovers. And I see a divine... Whoa. And there's the 4 of Pentacles to confirm that 5. Hold back or wait. Hold back. That makes no sense. Trust. Trust in the process. Trust in the process. Trust in the steps. Trust in what guided you here all along. Oh, goodness. It's a mess. The High Priestess and the 4 of Wands. Yeah, you trust. What I say, trust. Trust in the process. It's your higher self. It's your higher self. This is meant to come back out. It will. Anything else, Spirit? Boom. Okay. I want any, mini, miny, mo. I don't know why I'm saying that. Whoa. King of Wands. I mean, it came out right there. I'm going to take it. Whoa, 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 whoa. And then you have the 4 of Cups and 3 of Wands again. It's here. I didn't even ask the question to clarify. The Spirit is like, confirmed. It's here. Just trust the process. It's not about too good to be true. Anything else, Spirit? I don't think we need a clarifying. I think whoever this message is for, you got it. It's the quickest freaking tarot reading of life for me. 8 of Pentacles. This is definitely about timing. Definitely about timing. Putting the work in. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Trust the process. Whoa. Why is that in my head? Who is that for? And there's that 6 of Cups. The bridge. 7 of Cups from the past. Bridge from the past to the future. And there's the World. Look back to the history too, like I told you. There is something in that, but if you think it's too good to be true, and there's the Ten of Cups. I'm done. There you go. There you have it. From the past to the future. It is everything. Just let it be. Everything that you're about to let go, Ten of Pentacles. Everything that you're about to let go, Queen of Swords, is for your highest good. Seven of Wands on the bottom, Three of Cups. Yeah. Definitely for your highest good. If you have a comment, leave it. Tell me how this hit for you. And if it didn't, tell me why. If it's not your story, don't try and make it fit. That's insanity. No judgment. Seriously. But I'd really like to know. Also, if any of the words that came to me during my word meditation, let me know how anything hit for you there if it did. Until next time, enjoy the ride this weekend. And we'll do another reading or two, don't worry. But I'm saying it now in case you don't see the next one, or if you see this later, whatever. Remember, just for a moment, joy. Night.